Trying to see if it actually does it. It says I'm. It says that we're on, but I don't see it. It says DeAndrea Betts is live with Khadija Caldwell. Okay. What song is this? Impact. Oh yeah, by Duran Bernard.
I can't. I don't know if I can pick it
Don't
up.
you? I will take a nudge. You can yank me up. Correct me out of love. Don't you? Okay, I love this song. Anyway, I wanted to start the live with music, just like I was planning on starting our session today. Um, hi guys, just so we start, it is our session 2 of Mindful Style Foundations, and I've decided to go on ahead and do a live session with my co-facilitator Khadidra. Um, because I don't know if the timing, I don't know if we got mixed up with the timing for 3 p.m. EST, but the people who we expected on the session haven't responded. So we want to go on ahead and put something out there. And I want for everybody to be able to be a part of this and see what we do as well on these sessions. So, welcome in to the ReStyle Retreat Session 2 Mindful Style Foundations. So, welcome back. This space is for play, inspiration, reflection, and encouragement. Okay, play. We got yellow there in the background. It's a playful color. Okay, it's a youthful color. It's a happy color. That's what yellow makes me feel. And as we're talking about mindful foundations today, we're going to be discussing how colors, fabrics, textures, we can be mindful of when we're styling ourselves so that we're able to be grounded in the things that we wear, be grounded in ourselves and our authenticity in the things we wear. So, anyway, the Style Vision sessions are spaces of play, inspiration, reflection, encouragement, and support. This is your community we're building. Feel free to show up without a mask. So, Khadidra, no masks. We can't wear masks today. And notice when we feel we must perform. So right now, I feel like I am doing a little bit of performing because I just want to get us through the presentation, but I also am facilitating. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to facilitate as myself. All right, so our community agreements for the ReStyle Retreat and in our virtual sessions are one, curiosity. We embrace the challenges with curiosity. When we're uncertain, we ask before we make assumptions. So, as we will discuss today, judgments actually narrow creativity and creative vision, whereas information expands it. Okay. Respect, we're embracing each other's differences and creating opportunities for us all. And lastly, confidentiality. Since we're hosting a live, we are being very vulnerable and open in this space, but this space is safe for taking risks. So just understand if you're looking upon this live right now, this is a space where we get to embrace our authentic selves. That means you at home, even though you're not actively talking to us or participating with us, feel free to do these things at home and utilize these things for yourself with a sense of freedom that you might not normally get in our society. Where style lives in the body. Go ahead and find a comfortable position. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze and soften your eyes. And we're going to take a slow breath in and then out. Bring to mind a moment, recent or distant, when you felt unsure, judged, or pressured about how you present yourself. Maybe it was choosing an outfit, seeing a photo of yourself, or entering a space where you felt especially scrutinized. Okay. Let the moment be blurry. You don't need the details, you just need the feeling. So, locating that feeling within your body. Is there tightness? Do you feel any heat? Do you feel any fluttering, heaviness, numbness, a pulling inward, or a bracing outward? Let your breath move towards that place, not to change it, just to make room for it. Repeat silently. This sensation is information, not a verdict. When you're ready, gently bring your attention back to the room. All right. So, the sensation map. So, the next thing we're going to do, me and Khadija have a piece of paper and a writing utensil, right? Do you got that, Khadija? You can turn your mic on.
Yeah, I had it off because my phone was like buzzing and stuff during that. So I was like,
Yeah. I don't care. I understand, but I definitely want to like be more conversational. Um, I don't care if your phone buzzes. Hopefully they don't care either. So the sensation map. So what we're doing is we're taking an empty sheet of paper, and we're going to try. We just draw a stick figure. You don't have to draw this amazing bodily figure, but a stick figure with arms, hands. You could put like little circles for hands, little circles for feet. And what we're gonna do is we're going to um first draw that. So I'm gonna draw my little stick figure, even though I'm gonna draw shoulders on my stick figure because for me, my sensations were felt within my shoulders today. And here's my simple stick figure. And I circled around the area. So that's what you're going to do next, Khadidra, and anybody who's watching this. You're going to circle the area where you felt the sensations or the emotions show up during our meditation.
can you see this? Okay, hold
Okay, just bring it in closer.
up. You see the circle?
Is it by your neck or is it your shoulders? Oh, you have multiple circles. Is it two circles? Okay, where are your circles? I can't see that well because I have this presentation right here. So, oh, can you turn your mic is off?
My keyboard keeps. Okay. Yeah, no, I have I tried to draw shoulders, so ignore that.
Hmm.
But okay, there we go.
Is this in your midsection, like your stomach?
Right, there we go.
Okay. Okay. So I have something for midsection. I have something for shoulders. So we're gonna talk about that a bit.
Okay, okay, let's get into it.
So would you say it's your guts or your pelvis and hips or your lower back?
Mm, lower back today.
Okay. All right. So vulnerable moment. Thank you so much, Khadija, for sharing that with live. The lower back, having tension there and noticing things there is representative of the fear, survival instinct, or feeling unsupported. Would you say that that's true at all?
Yeah, I mean, this week has been a roller coaster, so yeah, I would
Yeah.
say.
It happens when we're feeling alone, we're over carrying, or we're worrying about stability. The ways to resolve it are wall support, so you can lean your whole back on the wall and let it hold you. Heat therapy, the hot water bottle on the lower back before bed, or a heating pad. And then we're going to affirm I am supported by life even when I rest.
Mm,
I'm supported by life even when I
yeah,
rest.
it's what
So,
about life, even when I rest.
yep. So you might want to write that down on your paper so that if it comes up again, whenever it comes up, you can affirm that to yourself. All right. So for me, I felt it in my shoulders, as I stated a little bit before. If you can you see that, Khadija?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in my shoulders. And shoulders, burdens, emotional labor. Okay, yeah, it's very true for me. I've definitely felt a lot of emotional labor here lately. Much of my own emotional labor because I feel like I am coming into a space where I just want to get lighter spiritually
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Why it happens, taking on others' emotions or expectations. Very true. Ways to resolve. Exhale drop. So the exhale drop is we raise our shoulders and then exhale sharply and let them fall. And I repeat it 5 times. So something else that really helped me yesterday was if you all saw, I made a creative video where I was dancing and moving. When you're feeling heaviness and burdens in like mentally and then on your body as well, it's good to shake it off. Shake that off. And that exhale drop helps to shake it off my shoulders. Invisible bags ritual. So imagine taking off a backpack filled with everybody's expectations. That's one. And then a warm compress on the shoulders at night to melt stored tension. So yeah, there is. I'll write down the exhale drop for my meditation. So that's dropping your shoulders, inhaling, bringing your shoulders up, and then dropping them, dropping sharply with the exhale. All right. All right. So we can move forward. Common threads. All right. So I'm going to read a few statements. If one resonates, Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we can do react. Can you see the reactions at the bottom, Khadija?
Yeah.
If one resonates, we can drop a emoji,
Okay.
um, or a word in the chat, but it'll be an emoji. Okay, and if it's so, let's see. For often, we'll do a thumbs up. For sometimes, we'll do a heart, like love it,
Mhm.
nice, yeah. And then for never, we'll do a celebrate.
You said sometimes it's hard,
Yeah, sometimes it's hard.
and then
Thumbs
never is
up.
which one?
Never is the celebrate
The clap the hands. Okay.
the celebrate emoji. This like the banners, like
Oh,
the
I see
horn.
it.
Okay, yeah. All right. So first, I've worn something I've loved, but worried others would not get it. I put a heart
Yeah, same.
sometimes. I've judged my own outfit before anyone else could.
Mm,
I'll put heart for me. I've changed clothes because of someone else's comment. I'll put a heart. All right, for me, all of mine are sometimes. Did you have any nevers or oftens?
Number three is like sometimes, maybe never. It's a cross. Like I feel like I've done that, but then I'm also like my mindset is like I'm not really doing that anymore. But so that's why I put sometimes. But
Yeah.
other than that, number two or the second one, I put often. I feel like I've definitely judged my own outfit before
Hmm.
anyone else has even been given a chance to even see it. Sometimes they don't even make it out the house. So
Honestly, that's a very honest answer. For me, I put sometimes on each one just because I think it's just because of my knowledge of what I want or the desire of what I want, but I'm human.
hmm
And I've definitely worn something I love, but I have been concerned about that other people wouldn't get it. And it's not that it stops me from wearing it.
right.
It just does come up. And then I've judged my own outfit before anyone else could. That happens every now and then. Every now and then. Sometimes I just put clothes on and I don't care. So that's why that's a
Yeah.
sometimes as well. And then I've changed clothes because of someone else's comment. Okay, for me, I can recall maybe once in the last 2 months when that's happened. So I'll put sometimes. It's like in between never and sometimes for me as well.
Yeah,
So I just went ahead and put
that one's was never and sometimes for me as well. I was like, I'm sure I've done it.
yeah, because family comments for me can kind of hit like, and I'll at least be like, you might be right.
Yeah.
So I scored a 9. What did you score?
Um, let me see. Hold up. I didn't even. Eight, three, 6, 11.
Okay, so we're both in group A with DeAndrea. I'm just playing. So what we were going to do is in the actual session we were going to do breakout groups depending on like the the score, but honestly we would have probably just broken up people um just depending on how many people were in the group. So the audit questions that we have now, um this is what we would have asked in our breakout sessions. What's the first sensation you notice when you imagine putting something on? So for me, we were supposed to like pick something. This was to
Yeah.
pick something that we were gonna wear, and for me, I have like a little closet here next to me, so I'll just pick something out, and it's this.
Okay.
It's like a little mini dress. Okay,
Mhm.
so the first sensation I noticed when I put this on is the shortness, like the length of it.
Mm.
Um, yeah. And the voice that I hear
Mm.
with the shortness is my grandma. Our grandma,
Mm.
once upon a time, she was like, my sister had on a skirt, which actually wasn't very short, but my sister is tall. So my grandma, she had dementia. She had the beginnings of dementia at the time. She was like, that's too short. That's too short. So when I wear stuff that I feel like is short, I hear my grandma's voice saying, that's too short. If this item could speak, what would it say about how I treat it? The item would feel neglected. It would it
Mm.
would say, "Why don't you wear me?"
Even during the spring and summer times, you're not wearing it as much,
I'm
or
not wearing it. I wore it, and now this is something I made. This is from
yeah, I know that outfit.
yeah, this is from a collection through, and it's actually a layering piece, so you usually goes under, but I've also worn it without the layer and with pants, da da da.
Mhm.
I probably have worn this maybe twice. Um, one because it's a sample.
Right.
But two, like it's a sample size, and I just don't be wanting to wear these samples out. Um, like like where they're worn is what I mean.
Mhm.
And then two, it's like it's short, so I usually want to wear it with some pants or something.
Mhm.
Um, and it was meant to be short. It was meant to fit under a mini dress. So that's that. And what would it feel like to wear this without the rules attached to it? Oh, okay. So the rule that I guess I attached to it was that it's too short and that it needs pants to go with it. So if I were to wear it without the rule attached to it, I would probably feel a little exposed. I probably feel exposed. But I would also on the other side, I probably feel very bold. Um, I think I did wear it as a mini dress without pants, but I wore it with some long boots for Atlanta Fashion Week back in 2018. Or what no, not 2018, 2022. I wore it back Atlanta Fashion Week 2022.
Okay.
And I felt amazing. I think I have a video on my TikTok of me wearing that dress. So if anybody wants to go on Love D.Jenee, love underscore D.Jenee on TikTok, you'll find like in one of my earlier videos, you just gotta scroll down. It's not that many videos on there. Um, from Atlanta Fashion Week, you'll see me walking with the dress on. So I did feel empowered. I felt bold. I felt very myself, authentic in fashion as well. What about you, Khadija? Is there anything you can grab real quick?
Um, it's gonna be a minute, but I
I'll
was
give
just
you
thinking about.
I'll give you 60 seconds.
I was just thinking about what I already have on, so I'm gonna go that route. I have on um these pants. They're like, you know, um,
Can you back
very,
up?
very comfortable pants.
Mm-hmm.
It's baggy,
Mm-hmm.
um, kind of sporty,
Okay.
um,
What's the first sensation you notice when you put it on?
comfortable.
Okay.
um, very comfortable. But I always think of these pants that I can wear like just on a regular casual day, or like getting some work done is related to work. I've been wearing these pants in relations to work and not like in relations to fun. So that's different. Whose voice do I hear? Mine when I wear them. Not necessarily anyone else's. because they are comfortable. So I'm just like, let me just put these on. These are the
Yeah.
go-to, if they could speak and what would they say, how I treat them, girl, enough. Like, pick another pants, get some more pants. And for real, because I feel like it's a safety net because they're comfortable, they fit how I want them to fit, and I don't have to worry about too much of like what else to put on. But I think I need more pants that's like that, but when it's time to go out or vacation or whatever, it's not just necessarily with work. So yeah, these pants need company. They're tired. um, what would it feel like to wear this without the rule attached to work? I worn these in California when I was in LA. Um, I actually wore these out and about, just, exploring the city, had a little crop top on and stuff. It was cute. So I know I can do that, but I also know I have other pants that I can be as comfortable in, that can be wide leg and still do the same thing, still have that comfortable feeling, but still like, okay, I'm having fun. It's not just work related. So
I love that. I love that. So so my question to you, did you get that last question already?
yeah, what would it feel like to wear this without the rule? The rule attached to it is if it's comfortable, it's related to work, and that's not necessarily the case.
Okay, okay. I guess I didn't understand. It's my bad.
No, you get
Okay, next one. All right. So now we're talking about judgment versus information. So when we talk about style, we often collapse sensation, like the way that we feel, into judgment. Judgment usually sounds like I can't wear that, it makes me look big, or that color isn't flattering on me, or people will think I'm trying too hard. The opposite of that, information, sounds like when I wear this, I feel exposed in my midsection. This color brings up memories of being teased, and I notice I brace when I imagine wearing this. So basically, what I in this conversation, basically what we're doing is noting the differences between judgment versus information, because judgment is pretty much like an opinion without there being specifics on it. So earlier when I was talking about the short dress, um the judgment would have probably been it's too short. But the information is also it's short. So because for it can kind of be a toss up sometimes, you have to within yourself when there's a judgment that kind of also mirrors an opinion. Um Too short, saying something is too anything is the judgment. And why is it too short, you know? And then saying something that saying that something is short, like it's a short dress or it's a mini dress, is giving the information of, okay, how will I feel, like I'm getting with that information of it being short, how do I feel with this on, you know? And
yeah.
so we talked a little bit about that um in that last slide for me with the dress. What about you, I'm about to say Jordan, Khadija?
No, I think the judgment would be too comfortable. Like,
Hmm.
this is too comfortable to be wearing to X, Y, and Z. When reality is, yes, it's comfortable, but it doesn't have to be too comfortable. You know, you
Yeah.
can make it what you want. Or too like bland, or like, just like this is not for this event or whatever. But you can mix match comfortability and looking cute and feminine if that's what I want to do that day.
Hmm.
Not to say that comfortable is not feminine, but sometimes for me, like for me to have fun and stuff like that, or going out, I have more of a feminine, girly look. And so trying to, you know, merge the two with being comfortable and feminine and girly and like, this is who I am today, don't always mix. It's either like, yeah, I'm just comfortable or, not. So it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be two extremes.
That is very true. You can have both because
Hmm.
that's the clothes that I make. I make comfortable, cute clothes. I like having the rib knit stuff. I think that's I love that's my favorite texture. That's why I design with it all the time. But it's also very like it can be done very well. It can be done very luxurious,
Or just
luxurious.
even the accessories you put with it or the top you put with it or whatever can
Yeah,
make
like
it a whole different vibe. So,
yes, exactly. It's about how you style it, and that's exactly why we're that's where we're landing in mindful style foundations is that it's not about the judgment, it's about the information. Like what is the information giving you? Like how is it helping you to come up with a decision about what you want to do instead of it being a thing where you're limiting yourself in the way
right.
that you express yourself, because there's a reason why you purchased that item, or there's a reason why you have that item still in your closet. And if there's not, then that thing need to come on out. That's how you audit it out of your closet.
Hmm.
All right, we're gonna move forward. But yeah, judgment collapses possibility, information expands it. So our reflection, we'll share one thing that softened, surprised us, or became clear during the audit. And it can be, let's try to make it a single word, like some a single phrase, like something short. Something that softened, surprised us, or became clearer during that audit. I'll go. I feel like for me, what feels clearer is my direction. If we're gonna, one word is direction. So, as it relates to style direction is very clear for me because, like you were talking about comfort, and I love comfort, and I also this dress is a comfortable dress.
Hmm.
Um, but then I also like to contrast comfort with fashion forwardness. Like this is a rib knit dress, but it is a mini dress. So I like to contrast certain things to like express myself. I'm still youthful. This dress is yellow. I,
Hmm.
but I still want to be comfortable. So these are things that kind of come along with it, and it's like a juxtaposition, and that's pretty much me. Like that's my style as a designer and my personal style in general.
Yeah, for me, the first word that comes from mind is just free. Like, I think I have to feel free in whatever I'm in for the most part, but in a way that still reflects who I am.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, the first word that feels softened and like, okay, yeah, I need to feel just no restrictions, rather that's figuratively or physically. If I want to wear a low cut top and that makes me feel free today, like that's just who I
Yeah,
am, so
absolutely.
no, just I mean, because there's been times where I just be like, this is showing too much today. Like, it's like, no, F that. Like, if this is who I want to be today, this is what makes me feel free. That's what we're gonna wear. Of
Yeah, and
course, like. given the where I'm going, the situation, whatever. But still, even with that, there's
Yeah.
a way to feel free and be yourself in
That
everything.
is very, I like what you said. Like, that's very inspirational because I feel like from what we're discussing today and learning today, like the information, like information needs to lead, not judgment. And so when you're saying freedom, when you're leading with information instead of like the judgment, then you have more freedom because now you can just look at things more objectively. Like you said, sometimes you don't want to show you too much cleavage today, but maybe that's due to information. And maybe you can ask yourself in those times, like, am I judging myself right now? Or is it because it's cold outside and I want to be warm right here? You know?
Right.
Is it, and then you can make a decision off of that. Like if you feel like you're judging yourself and you would want to wear that top, then wear the top. But if you feel like it's cold outside and you need to cover up so that you can be warm right here, then cover up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an
Yeah.
information versus judgment thing. Awesome. So our next session, which is going to be May, we have a May session. I think it's May
I'm gonna
20.
go grab my charger real quick, D.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
1 second.
So, guys, I just want you to know while Khadidra is looking for her charger, that we have upcoming mindfulness sessions. Our last session was so full. Maybe people were just overwhelmed from all the people last time, and that's why they didn't want to come out this time or they just forgot. But I just want you to know that we have them every other month. It's not every month, it's 6 sessions in the year, and that shouldn't matter unless you are looking forward to coming to the ReStyle Retreat. Our first payment is actually coming up for the payment plan on Friday, so I'll talk a little bit about that after I talk about our next session. Our next session is bold styling steps. So for our next session, whoever is interested in coming, it's going to be on Sunday, May 24th. um for this next session, we are going to be using what we've learned in our first 2 sessions. But if you did not come to the first 2 sessions, don't despair. I will always give you a synopsis of what we're doing and why we're doing it on the sessions. But the bold styling steps will be a time when we are creating our own projects um, for our wardrobe and for our style. So get ready for that. It's going to be fun. And it's a way that we as a community can come in for the session after bold styling steps to hold each other accountable and get to some of our styling and closet goals, guys. Like, that'll be really awesome. Also, May 22nd, I believe, is the last time to actually sign up for the ReStyle Retreat. So I'm going to get over to that in the next session. I mean, the next.
The ReStyle Retreat,
Sorry, guys.
hosted
Let me get
by
this started.
K Venture Travel and LDJ Style. We are going on a journey to rediscover the root of our personal expression. Although it may seem distant at times, we relish in the process, savoring each moment. We are excited for our opportunity to meet face to face again and again with our ever evolving selves.
Awesome. So, you see the ReStyle Retreat website is live. And I'll put in the I'll start that in the presentation in a moment. But our first payment, if you want to get on a payment plan and you want to space out those payments, preferably you would start this Friday. You would start this Friday. You would pay your first payment of $500. That's a deposit. to secure your spot at the retreat. If we get our max on Friday, then we will close down registrations on Friday. If we don't hit our max on Friday, then we will close down our registrations May 22nd. Okay, May 22nd of 2026. We will close down our registrations if we do not reach our max this Friday, March 20th, 2026. Okay? So, um take a chance, guys. The ReStyle Retreat is about coming together in another environment and truthfully showing up as the most authentic version of yourselves. It is a commencement. It is a celebration. It is an opportunity for us to meet in person as a community because so many of us live in so many different places. Um, and ultimately, our community is going to be able to really share that amazing time of play and rest and discovery together. Also, collection 4 from Love D.Jenee, my brand, will be debuting, and for those who sign up for the retreat, they will have the opportunity to um, wear those pieces at the photo shoot on the final day. On the It's the day before the final day, but on our first look, first feel photo shoot. And you'll see that on our itinerary on the website, which I will bring up now so that we can go through that and you all can see what we got going on and what we have in store. I don't know why I'm not able to use my mouse the way I need to. Yeah, let me ask. Yeah, something is weird. So do I just my mouse is just not showing up on my desktop. Oh, there it goes.
I was gonna say I have it pulled up too if you want me to
Yeah,
share
you
my
can go ahead and share your screen because
screen.
mine
Okay.
is being weird. I gotta stop sharing though. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it's doing this. I can't even get out of here. Okay, there you go. Not the presentation, the website.
No, I got you.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Khadija, would you like to discuss anything? I don't want to keep taking over.
No, you're fine. I mean, we have everything on the website, starting with the itinerary, um, who we are, who's leading the group, our retreat policies, um, and the registration, which is to save your spot. So we have, I'll click on the itinerary, pretty much giving you like a rundown of what to expect on each day. Very thorough breakdown on like really what to expect and really what we're trying to do. And I'm gonna stop here though because I'm gonna talk about my experience for a second. I recently, a couple of years ago, well, almost 2 years ago now, I went to Bali and doing a healing retreat, and they didn't even have their itinerary listed like this, but you knew what you were expecting. Like you're doing food and tea and then really getting into the meditation and yoga and stuff like that they had to prepare. So you're going to another country, preparing to do, a healing retreat. But I think what stood out to me, even just like taking a step outside of the itinerary, is that I actually got to show up in these places to do this. And
Mhm.
what I really liked was being able to go to another country, showing up dressed as myself, not intentionally like, oh, I'm going to make a point, but I did, you know? So I'm showing up and who I am, what I'm wearing, and stuff like that. And it really played a big factor outside of just the healing retreat. You know, this is what you're doing. You see the itinerary, even with us, but it's a different thing of like really being branded to who you want to be in doing this. I think that's a whole different feeling that I feel like everyone should really be exposed to, especially like in a different country compared to like I know the United States have its ups and downs. In different countries, you have that different level of respect and like people are admiring you and who you are, and that's a different type of love that you can receive. So yeah, I feel like I'm going on a tangent.
That's
But
okay. If you could stay on here real quick, the style vision day, the style one-on-ones. Okay, yeah. So for the second day, day two is called Style Vision Day. For that reason, kind of what Khadija was discussing. Like day two will be our technically our first full day being at the retreat site, and ultimately we're going to be having that day together, and then it'll be a spa day. So we're going to have a lot of our intimate moments as a group, but then we're also going to have one-on-ones where you'll have coaching and things like that for specifically our embodiment photo shoot that's on day four, embodiment day. um we also will be discussing, things that are happening on day three as well. And a little bit of what Khadija is talking about, like the cultural awareness and preparedness. When you're out, like you want to know how to come into a space being yourself, but also respecting the environment that you're in. An example of that, she can speak more to it, but um when I was helping her style for her Southeastern Asia trip, she she had a point where she was going to a temple, and so she needed to cover up a little bit more while she was out there, and we talked about that. So cultural awareness is very important when you're in different cultures, but that does not mean that you go and change yourself completely to be in another culture. No, you can still have your authenticity and your expression, but you want to do so respectfully of the culture.
um, I think I'm gonna go to like I mean the FAQ page just so y'all can see it visually, what the dates are, where we're landing with just everything for this calendar year. Like Dee said, like the price is $2,002, not including your flight, but it is including all your itinerary needs. Um, it's including transportation, food, things of that nature. Um, and your first payment, if doing a payment plan, is March 20th with a $500 deposit, no later than May 22nd if we don't meet our maximum, sign up goals by that time. But after that, you have June, you have September, you have December. So it's kind of broken up a little bit more for you all so you can kind of um, get it all together. Because I know, like, you also have to pay for your flight. So we know that and we want to, like, we want to acknowledge that. And it's tough out here. So but yeah, just wanted to go to this page so y'all can kind of see what's going on here.
Yeah. And I want to add, um, if you do, we have a payment plan measured out. However, if you do feel like $500 is a big chunk, you can give me a call. You can give Khadidra a call. But you can give me a call and we can discuss even breaking that up more for you specifically. And I don't mean to us, but so that you can have an idea of what you need to have saved at, you know, at each increment of time. You don't have to pay it to us until those dates. But essentially, this is when it comes to making sure that you are doing things for yourself and you're investing into your retreats or your experiences outside, you know, it has to be something that you are actively participating in, savings that you're actually planning for. And so it's important that, you know, we're a community. It's important that we're here to also support you in that endeavor as well. And that's what we're here for, because it's not cheap. I know it's not cheap at all, but it is a very awesome investment, and it's going to pay off in multiple ways. Once we are able to get into another space with each other and really enjoy each other in that space, you'll be like, oh my gosh, like this was so well worth my time that I spent working to get this money, and or the time that I spent saving this money. Okay. And I also, before you leave this page, it is, we are paying for certain meals, or the meals are part of it. Your meals are part of some of your trips, so you don't have to worry about your basic meals, right? You, anything extra that you want, you know, that'll be what's additional as a cost.
In additional excursions, if y'all decide to do other activities that's not in the itinerary already listed.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Um,
We could go to Save Your Spot.
yeah, I was thinking that. Okay.
So this is the registration page. So Khadidra, the way that you can go ahead and press start. Um, the way that you will navigate through this is you will have to answer each question in order to move forward to the next one. So if there's a question in here that you are not exactly sure of the answer, um, just put like a little answer, move on, and then later on, if there's any questions, I'll see it, I'll be able to see the registration, and if there's any questions that I have, I will follow up with you. Just make sure that you put an answer in for now, and so that you can move on to the next question, right? So could you just show them real quick, if you put like a,
Yeah,
yeah, so you see, like hers did auto, but like you don't
yeah,
have to do the verification, girl, but
yeah. No, I'm
essentially,
not.
you'll go through these questions. There will be we do have a terms and conditions page, but a lot of the and conditions are mentioned throughout that registration process. You really need to read them, and then there's a signing thing at the bottom. It might not be very clear to you that you're supposed to sign, but if you're doing it on your phone or if you're doing it on a computer, you'll need to use, if you're doing it on a computer, you use your mouse to sign your name. If you're doing it on your phone, you'll use your finger to sign your name, and then you can move on to the next question. Also, when you do this registration, you will click to subscribe to the payment plan, and that is through my company's info at Love D.Jenee. So you'll see info at lovedjenee.com. There's no need to be alarmed that it's through my business. So if you go, when you're going to sign up for the payment plan, it puts you on a subscription. If ever there's a time that you need help, or you need to pause it because something is coming out and you don't have, you need to call me, send me an email, and let me know that there's something going on for your subscription so that we can do it a different way. Okay. But yeah, this is the registration page. I worked very hard on it, and
She
I
did.
want you all to just go and check it out. Check out this entire website, read through it, look at all of the pictures, because I know we can't show you exactly what the experience is going to be because we're not there yet. But this gives you a glimpse into what we will be experiencing, exploring, and ultimately, when you get on for the next style session, which is in May, I look forward to many of you signing up. When you get onto that next style session, you will get a glimpse of what the community feels like if you didn't already today. All right. And you will need to do 3 style sessions. We still have, after this one, we still have 4 left. Okay. So you still have plenty of time. You need to do 3 style sessions before this year is out in order for you to go on to the ReStyle Retreat. Um, which means we're just trusting you because the first payment is due on Friday. We're trusting that you understand that and that you will do that. Okay.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think we covered a lot of it on our website. I mean,
Yep. Well, all right, then we're almost at an hour. So I'll close with this. Choose one gentle intention for the week ahead, something small, doable, and compassionate towards yourself or to others, but first towards yourself. The examples are: I will pause before judging my reflection, style reflections. I will choose one outfit based on comfort instead of expectation. I will wear one thing that feels like play. And I will notice when I'm bracing, like, oh, when I'm tensing up. Write it down and let it be like a companion to you this week and not a rule. Thank you for showing up with vulnerability and honesty today with me, Khadidra. I really appreciate you for sticking through this today. Sometimes when we're doing things, I'm being totally open and vulnerable. Sometimes when we're doing things for the first time, you just have to go on faith and rest on faith. And so I appreciate my partner Khadidra. I appreciate you for doing this with me, for taking this ride with, together. And I can't wait for all the people who are interested in coming to fully show up for themselves and for this event and for this community. This work is tender and brave. Our next session will build on this by exploring how to express ourselves with more freedom and less fear. All right, guys. So we will see you next time. Oh, and I forgot. Let me just add this. I'm going to send a follow up email to those who signed up for the event. But if you're watching this and you would like an email that has the worksheet from today, that has it's a reflection worksheet, I will DM me and I will send you that. DM me your email address and I will send you that. But thank you guys so much again.
thank you.
All right, bye bye.